Somebody wants to help, because we're here to help. I expect people walking your way. It's an XL version, so we have the last pitch, the last scientific pitch, and then we go onto the DJ and outside and having drinks and meet and mingle and interact with each other. So the floor is yours, Alexander Habermeyer of GUIDAWAYS AI.
Hi everybody. Getting breakthrough innovations to patients, that's my thing. And I remember vividly how I was in the operating room the first time we used the robot that I had been working on the neurosurgery robot, on a patient that was like a 2-year-old, on a baby. That's where my mission came to life. The joke's on me though, because it took me 20 years to realize that the technology part is actually not the most difficult part for bringing breakthrough innovations to patients. The biggest hurdle is getting from a concept that works all the way to routine clinical use. And that's because regulatory approval, compliance, reimbursement, these processes, they're killing innovation in healthcare. It's much too complex, much too expensive, and much too slow. In fact, that's our origin story. I was in a scale-up before and had to basically scrap our whole planned market entry into the US, let go of half of my team, and refocus, so lose the funding round, so refocus to get to break even. And my co-founder was at a large medtech company at the time and was spending 70% of his time fighting through a product hold for more than a year because of missing specific guidances or 4 experts basically misinterpreting a change in regulation in Europe. So, what if it didn't have to be that way? What if healthcare could be a leading adopter of technology rather than always being the laggard? That's exactly why we built GUIDAWAYS. With our deeply specialized agents break through the complexity of getting your device approved and staying compliant. They guide you from an early concept, just a few lines about your device, to identify where exactly in your regulatory framework you fit. So that was, I think, the question from the speaker just before. Can help you to actually identify all of the requirements, draft some of the most complex documents for you, including your clinical evaluation plan, so what sort of clinical evidence is going to be required. And in the end, review your submission. You can think of like 100, 150 documents, some of them hundreds of pages or thousands of pages, and you have to review and make sure that your submission ready before you even submit. The result is that we launched just 3 months ago, have already more than 40 different companies that are using the platform, and we see that the innovators are really compressing weeks of tedious, complex work into minutes. And our projection is that on one submission, you can, as a startup, save about 50K in consulting fees, but also in your own R&D team, basically not spending nowhere near as much time on that whole process. So if you're working on the next breakthrough medical device, in vitro diagnostic, or digital health solution, join us and let's get 10 times more innovation to patients.
Yeah, spot on, because this is a hurdle, and great that you have a way to navigate around that hurdle. Thank you so much for your attention. Again, reach out for each other, for the green and the yellow buttons, but not only that, but especially for each other. And please, again, go home with at least one new contact, at least one new day, and idea and one action. And I don't know if the team is close by, because I would love to ask the team forward, because it's really a team effort to constantly organize everything that we are organizing. So very a big hand to the team, because this week is not something you do so easily. No, but I think it's so important to have, well, that they get the appreciation that they really deserve. So thanks again. Great that we are here. Great that you are here. And please reach out to each other and have a great Life Science Cafe XL. There's a DJ, there's this photo booth, and there are the beautiful images that you can admire. So have a good one. And stay healthy, and see you at the next one.
Dankjewel.